Okay, Saturday morning in the kingdom, and it's chilly out here. Yes, it is. Okay, we woke up to -8, but feels like -13. And it is a chilly 13 or whatever. It's chilly out here. So on the yo-yo scale, +20 Fahrenheit, but feels like +16. Oh, that's so confusing, like my marriage. All right, Amazon has my third book of my writing career. Yes, King of Obsoletes, Ladies. Yes, I wrote a book about women. It should be a #1 bestseller because I explain them all, how women think, act, and everything, and how's the best way to, how would you say, make them love you. Yes, make sure you have lots of money. When the money runs out, they are gone. Yes, and then give them a white Suburban as a parting gift. Yes, I only lost how many of them? All right, the book is free from October 26th to the 30th. 5 days on Amazon, 4 days on Sesame Street. Oh, my arm is sore from holding it up there. All right, I didn't untangle the flags because they're frozen. Hopefully the sun today will warm them up and unthaw them. Yes, unthaw them. Yeah, they'll be frozen. Hello. All right. Okay, let's scroll this way. We have some sunshine. It's right there, over there. It's slowly moving to the south. In December, it'll be coming up in the south and setting in the south. Yes, we live at the end of the world. Wilderness, Alaska, but at the end of the world in northern Manitoba. All right, let's scroll a bit more. Yesterday was a boring day, but we had to get things done. And I'll be in the hoe shack again today, smacking my fingers with the hammer again. I'm almost done the job, and then I can go do manly things and get greasy, because we have hand cleaner from the south. Sir Rodney sent us hand cleaner, because washing your hands in diesel fuel just doesn't cut it anymore. All right, so that's a fine luxury in life. Like 2-ply toilet paper. Yes, hand cleaner. It's such a great invention. All right, we just about made the full rotation. We have the staff going. I don't know what she's doing today. Oh, she's going to get fuel, and then she's got to cut firewood at her house, and then we can send more over. Yes, get it done now before the snow comes. All right, this time last year we had a good dump of snow because according to Facebook memories, we were in the wilderness cleaning up where we cleaned up the day before and everything like that. And then the next day, it snowed and snowed good. But we're ready this year. Yes, no, we'll never be ready unless we have 1 million subscribers and we can turn up the thermostat. Look, the Grinch gloves. Yes, turn it up, crank it up. Ooh, that's a rock and roll song. Well, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, there is some sun out, but there's also clouds rolling in. Maybe we'll get some more snow. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -3 degrees Celsius, which is 26 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs go make breakfast. Then at 11 a.m. I'll go up and do some shopping.
Okay, 10:30, we made it out to the shop. Yes, there wasn't too many emails or comments or anything like that to, how would you say, answer, fulfill. So there's the pallet. We cut it up yesterday or this morning. Oh, there's the pallet that Sir Rodney and Paul sent from Westrans. It's in the wood stove, so it's giving off some nice heat. And also, too, I have to make a list for myself. I'm not married, so I don't have a woman telling me what to do, so I have to write things down. So, how would you say, drunk me can remind sober me to do things. So we got to blow out the fans and the furnace fan. So we have 2 fans over here and 1 fan over there. So we have to blow them out so they last a long time, because that's how we make things last in the new world of today, where there is no quality in anything. Okay, there we go. So the boss knows what time we started. He can watch the video, and he's still an asshole. So over here, look at the temperature in the hoe shack. Yes, look at that. +30 degrees Celsius, which is about 87 or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, it's nice and toasty warm in here. And all because over here, the wood stove was going. We got it going. And there's that pallet box that Johnny G gave us. Yes, that's some funny wood, but it's amazing what they did with their wood scraps over in Asia to build a shipping crate box to get to the end of the world. Yes, so this worked out very nice. That's putting out some nice heat. And then we have our scabby broken core boxes right there as kindling, and this thing is putting out the heat. I just turned it down, so I'm very pleased. Yes, it worked out well. So let's cool off the whole shack, and then we can we begin working. Oh, these lips! I need another drink.
Almost 11 a.m. and I just got the quad and trailer out, and I'll head up and do some shopping in WHO-ville, then go over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Just after 11 a.m. and I finished up shopping. For the 3 bags, it was $150. I was able to get another bag of potatoes for our dinner on Sunday, some stuffing, then they had a bunch of bread on sale. Now let's head to the kingdom. 11:30 and I just made to the kingdom and dropped all the groceries off. Now I'll head down to the hoe shack and see what my dad's up to. Looks like he left out some jerry cans for me, so I'll fill those this afternoon before I come back at 1 p.m. Now let's head down and see what he's doing. Looks like it might be a nice day too, not a cloud in the sky right now. Down at the hoe shack, it looks like my dad's had a busy morning getting the weather stripping on the inside of the attachment here. Looks a lot better. I guess we'll see when it's minus 50 and how warm it is inside the hoe shack. Almost 12 p.m. and I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll head inside and grab my dog treats, then go back to WHO-ville and make lunch. Then at 1 p.m. I'll go get some fuel and come back to the kingdom and see what we're doing this afternoon. 12 p.m. and I just made it back from the kingdom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out and make lunch. I think I'll have leftovers from last night and then do the lunch weather.
Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and I put a piece of plywood up there. Yes, nothing's cut straight because everything is crooked, but it's close enough. We'll dress it up and it'll make it look pretty. Yes, the tax man will like it. He'll think this hoe shack is fully renovated and tax me to death for it, like he did on my loader shed. All right. Yes, I got taxed more on the loader shed than my house. Yes, isn't that strange? All right, so over here, that's kind of nice working with brand new weather stripping. It just lays in nice. So now we have it, how would you say, we got to get it trained to lay. So every time the door opens and closes, we're going to have to get the screwdriver out to make sure it curls right. And then once it's curled, it'll be good to go for another 20 years. As long as we don't paint it, it'll be good. So we're getting this hoe shack enclosed in. It's pretty nice. We'll be able to work in here when it's snowing and cold and finish it off, because some of these sheets of plywood only have a couple of screw nails in there, but we'll get the hammer out and pound some more in. So after lunch, we're taking the mini hoe out because it's way too hot in here for her. All right, let's go have some lunch and then we'll get to work.
Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Looks like it's going to be a nice afternoon, so let's head inside, let the dogs back in, then go up and get some fuel. Just after 1 p.m. and I finished fueling up. For gas, it was $133.96 liters and $1.37 a liter, which is pretty good. I was able to fill up 4 jerry cans plus the quad. Now I'll walk over and show you guys the diesel. For 3 jerry cans of diesel, it was $116. I got 73 liters at $1.57 a liter, which isn't bad. I was able to fill up the 3 jerry cans. Now let's head over to the kingdom and drop everything off. 1:30, I just made it to the kingdom and dropped all the fuel off. Now my dad will head down to the shop and we have to move the cameras around a little bit. Then we can get on the mini. And not sure if you can see it, but we'll be moving the snow truck down to the hoe shack. That way my dad can work on it tomorrow and get some of the parts on it since Sir Rodney sent us a bunch of stuff. So let's get going. 2 p.m. we're down at the shop, just did a quick service on the quad before we head out to the bush with the mini. Now we're going to go over to the snow truck and bring it down to the hoe shack right in front of us here. That way my dad can work on it. Over at the snow truck now, and my dad's going to hook onto it with the mini and pull it up around to the hoe shack. I might have to steer it, but I guess we'll see. I ended up having to steer the snow truck. So glad I got a windshield.
Got the snow truck up to the shop, no problem. Now we'll put some fuel in the Mini because we don't want to run out when we're out moving stuff around. Then we'll head in behind the house and fluff up the long log trailer. That way my dad can pick through it and fill up the wheelbarrow in the wagon. Got the long log trailer all fluffed up, that way my dad can continue picking through it and filling up the wagon and the wheelbarrow. Now we're going to head down to the wood pile where we got all this from and fluff that up as well and get it off of our winter trails. 3 p.m. we're down the south trail looking for dead trees and stuff and kind of cleaning up the trail and getting it ready for winter. Now my dad's on his way over to the wood pile, so I'll catch up and get a little video of him pushing all the wood and stuff off the road. Over at the wood pile now, my dad's gonna push all the core boxes and all the rock back into the pile here because I did make a little mess over the summer. That way our trail is nice and clean for the winter. Just after 3 p.m. we're able to get the wood pile pushed up. When we get cursive reverse out, we'll come down and completely push this back up into the pile there. Now let's head into the kingdom and put the Mini away and see what else we're doing today. Almost 3:30 and I'm officially done in the kingdom. My ankle/leg is bothering me today, so I'll head back into WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m. My dad's gonna tinker away on the hoe shacks. Let's get going.
Okay, after coffee in the kingdom and the sun is in the south. See it there? I'm looking south, the flags are flying, but over here, look at the snow that's on top of the roof right here. Can we see that, Les Nessman? Yes, that little bit of snow. All right, so this is what we're going to learn about the south. Yes, the south. Yes, so over here, we have that sun beating on us because it's in the south, and we come over here, we have snow here because this is the north side, so the sun hasn't been able to melt it. So up here on the roof, up there on the roof right there, that's where we're collecting the water. There's the eaves troughs that goes into here, and the rain free falls into the tote. All right, we're going to put the tote away for the winter, but the other day with that wet snow we got, it really melted, and we got over 40 gallons of water collected because we had the tote lid shut, and we put the pails on. We got 40 gallons in the house of fresh, clean water. So what we're going to do is keep the water flowing and let the tote fill up because it's just going to make ice, and then we're going to have ice, and we can make ice chunks and thaw out the ice to make fresh water because the water machine uptown is still broken. Nobody cares. Yes, nobody cares. Welcome to WHO-ville. Okay, I'm on the east side of the house, and this is where we first started collecting water. It was we learned about the water gods. Yes, the water gods. So we have the V in the roof there. We're collecting the water, and guess what? There's no water coming down because it's on the north side, and the sun is too low in the sky to melt the snow on this roof over here. Yeah, I'm trying to block the sun. Yes, I got my hand up. I'm waving. All right, so we could never get any water off of this here. So facing south, we're getting bonus rounds. So that's why we have all this taken off, like the collection system, because it doesn't work in the fall days or whatever. So this is, Good that the snow will melt and then we'll shovel it off. Yes. All right, so here's the tanks. They're freshly drained and ready to go. So over here, yes, seems how I wrote a book about women. We also have my bedroom, my master bedroom. Oh, don't think about those naughty thoughts. Yes. So look at all the snow on the roof. So that's basically what we had on the south roof, and that gave us 40 gallons of water. Yes. So over here, this is the master bedroom for the house. So look at it. It's skid mounted. Yes. So I figured the women that move into my life or whatever, and if they decide not to take a white Suburban as a parting gift and they decide to take the Kingdom instead, but it has no dollar value, then I would just take my master bedroom and leave. Yes, and leave. But actually, this was a building down at the tracks or in the back of the yard. It was very decapitated. Yes, decapitated. Yes, it was in really rough shape. So to move it, we put it up on the skid here. All right, so we made this frame thingamabob, and it had stake pockets and everything like that. And we needed a bedroom right now, or to move this building, so we just kind of tossed it up here. And that was the only thing that held it together. Just like the loader shed, everybody else would have walked away and gave up, but we did it. Yes, we did it. So we put some tin off an Atco building, put some tin on the roof, and called it good. And we put some expensive windows in and skirted it in to give it curb appeal. So if a lady friend moves in and then she decides to kick me out of my own house, I just hook on to the hitch there and take the bedroom with me, because I need to have a good night's sleep so I can work a full day to make the payments of alimony to her. It's pretty smart thinking. Okay, the sun is warm, so the mini hoe can stay outside and bask in the sunshine, because I'm going to go inside the hoe shack there and smash my fingers a couple more times, or maybe 10 more times. But also, too, that's why we park all the vehicles facing south, because we worship the gods of sun. Yes, just like those Mayan guys or whatever, Mayan calendars or whatever down in south of Mexico. I think they're in Mexico. I'm all confused. Those Mayan guys that build the not so great pyramids. All right, so that's what we do, park everything facing south, so a little bit of sunshine is warm and it melts the frost and the ice off the windshields, which is smart thinking on our part. Okay, inside the extra hot hoe shack, we have that wood stove turned right down. We threw some of those freshly harvested trees and a couple pieces of this Asian box pallet. Yes, and it's freaking hot in here. Like, it's just unreal. It's turned right down. It's warm outside sort of thing. So now we brought in some more of this white painted plywood, and it's all the scabby pieces of the oddball ends and everything. So we're going to work on that. So let's check the temperature in here. There we are, nice 30 degrees, yes. So over here we got the ladder in, so it's easier to stand on the ladder to nail the nails into the plywood. And we'll cut some pieces for around the chimney here and over there, so that we can make it look like we actually did something today. The boss will be pleased, but he's such an asshole.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's still 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was an extra nice day out there today. We were able to get lots done in the Kingdom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 5:30 in the Kingdom. We're outside here working with no gloves. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. I'm Ozzy Osbourne with my black fingernails. Yes, that's the hammer a couple of days ago. Oh, well, I cried about it. All right, so we got some wood here. Everything is happening, and we're going to get this project actually completed. I don't know how that's happening. Must be the fact that we're not sober. Okay, we're in the hoe shack, and this stove is putting out lots of heat. Just even with a couple of pieces of that fresh harvest wood yesterday. And we got the Asian pallet box here, so it's just enough. Got the door open for light and ventilation, and I was able to work around here. So we got the wood stove chimney enclosed in. We'll be doing an aluminum flashing around it. Everything has to be quickly removed in case there's a fire. We can discharge the fire extinguisher up there. We don't want it sealed super tight. Yes, we learned, and it's working out. We're piecing all the pieces together. So we cut a piece, and it fits all, what we cut off fits up in here and everything like that. And then we found this funny wood here, this trim board crap. As soon as you try and drill a hole or do anything or screw into it, it splits. So I'm reusing the existing holes and putting the nails back in. So it's actually working out pretty good. But also too, you have to remember the material we're using here, nobody else would use it. Yes, like these 6x6s for the rafters, They're all twisted and bent. That's why this one kicks up over here. So who cares? It's good enough. Once we put the paint on, how would you say make it look good? It'll be all right. It'll serve us well over the years. So I'm actually doing more than I anticipated today. So all we have to do, also too, we got all the nails in and the plywood, except for this wall over here. So now we have to make little pieces to fit in where these gaps are. Just a minor detail. I think we'll use some magic, or maybe some gasket glue too to hold the piece in. All right, let's get this project finished so we can have victory drinks and we can get all this carpentry, wood, and tools out of the hose shack, and then we can actually work on some carburetors, because we have the carburetor kit for the 39 Chevy snow truck. But how do we work on it if we have all these carpentry tools in here? Yes, let's get this project completed and then we can have victory drinks. Okay, just about 6:30 in the kingdom, and according to the thermometer over there, the hose shack cooled down quite a bit because while cooling off outside, plus we had the door open to bring the mini hoe in. All right, let's scroll this way so everybody knows we're in the hose shack with the lovely ladies. Just look at them. Oh yes, and that's the centerfold from 1984. Yes, the black cover edition, 30th anniversary. And over here, we can put the woodworking tools away tomorrow and work on carburetors. Yes, and we got it done. I had to find a piece for the bottom to cover it up, and I found one. But this stuff here, this is the flex joint. We need that spray foam, the lucrative spray foam that we never see, just like Mr. Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street. But we got the trim boards in here to cover all the booger mistakes, and then these little peekaboo holes. How would you say we made it fit? Yes, we made it fit. I don't know how we do it. It's magic. It's a good thing I'm a trained ticketed welder back in the day, so I can work with wood. Yeah, and nothing is straight. Very pleased. We got some flashing to do around there. We can do that when it's snowing, raining, miserable day, because we'll be keeping warm. Very pleased. And the hoe is happy to be back inside. Yes, back inside. And look at how we got the joints. Yes. The weather stripping we put on this morning is actually curving nicely. It's laying into place. I didn't have to take the screwdriver and get it to bend around, so that's a good sign. But we know when the weather stripping is good, when it's 40 below and we got a 200-mile-an-hour wind from Saskatchewan. So if we have snow drifts or frost in here, then we have a problem. Let's go check the flags. Okay, I'm outside and I'll be quiet. Can you guys hear that plane at 48,000 feet? Maybe it's King Charles heading back to England. I'll pause for a minute. Yes, King Charles's plane is supposed to take off and fly over the kingdom tonight around 7 p.m., 7:30. Yes, I'll be able to come out here and watch him go by, seeing how he's from the homeland. Yes, he is the king after all those years being the prince. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and call it a day. We'll have victory drinks because we got done the woodwork. Yes, and that whole shack extension really cost nothing except for welding rods and gasket glue. Other than that, we had everything in an inventory. It would be worth nothing at my estate sale. Yes, and half this lumber we're using and tin is scrap metal or scrap wood used for the fire pit. But we made it look good. All right, let's go walk the dogs and make that video and have another drink. Yes, another drink. Oh, I can taste it right now. All right, talk to you later.